ladies, so I'm here today with a haul. I'm really excited about it. I got a couple of things from Sephora and then a few drugstore things as well. It's not a very big haul, but I thought I'd show you and kind of at the same time do a bit of a demo and give you my first impressions. These aren't reviews because I opened most of these products right before doing this video just because I wanted to show you how they worked and I wanted to really give you what my genuine first impression was, and then I'll come back and I'll review some of them later as time goes on and I can see how they wear and how I feel after a month or so. Starting off with bases, I picked up Sephora's Tint Infusion. This is one of those oil-based foundations that are super thin and super liquidy, but they also give a very nice, even coverage to the skin, and if you're suffering from dry skin, these are miracle workers. They don't cling to any of my dry patches. This one doesn't cling to any of my dry patches, I should say. I got it in the shade 12 Écru. Now it says on the back this is light to medium coverage and it's buildable with 12-hour hydration. I kind of disagree with the light to medium coverage. I feel like it's an extra light to light coverage. Definitely not something that you would want to wear if you have a lot of spots that you want to cover up. This is kind of a good skin day sort of a thing, or a dry skin day sort of a foundation, because I put it on and it didn't look like anything was going on at first, and then when I went in with a bit of a second layer, it built up really, really nicely, beautifully, but it's still, I would only say this is a light coverage. So my husband spoiled me for Valentine's Day and he got me the Narcissist palette, blush, contour, and lip palette. Now there are 3 blushes that I believe are limited edition, and so you can only get them in this palette, and the front of the palette is a mirror, and inside there's a big mirror as well. Now as far as design flaws go, my mirror already has a crack in it. Oh, and you can see my messy kitchen. I thought it was a really good idea at first, and it's meant to be for traveling because as you can see the blushes are quite small. But the problem is that I've had this for about a week and I've kept it in the box and it's already got a crack in the mirror right up there. In the bottom here, you have their traditional Laguna bronzer and the Albatross highlighter, so if you don't already have these two, this is a really good way to pick it up because it's cheaper than buying all of the individual products. I have never tried the Laguna bronzer before today. I actually really like it. I did use the Real Techniques blush brush, the big fluffy one, to apply it because I find that that one diffuses color really well and avoids giving you sharp lines. So for contouring that worked really well. It is a matte contour, which is great. The Albatross looks very, very white in the palette, but it kind of goes on very goldy. It's very goldy toned. I don't know if you can see that on my face or see it while I'm applying it. I still don't know if it beats like the traditional cheapo sleek contour kit. That one just does the job and it's like a quarter of the price. For the blushes, we have 3 blushes here. They're very pretty. We have Enrapture, Enthralled, and Roman Holiday. Today I'm going to be wearing the Roman Holiday. Well, between these 3 options, I think it'll be the best for the lip color that I got. And it's also one of the more intimidating shades because it doesn't look like a traditional plum or pinky color that you think of when you think of blush. It kind of looks brown and you're like, is that just going to be another sort of bronzer type thing? What is that? But it ends up looking really nice and natural on the cheeks, and it probably goes with most lip colors. I would say almost any lip color just because it's so neutral. My big disappointment with this palette, and I don't know if you can see it here, but the middle color, Enthralled and Roman Holiday, are almost the exact same color. Enthralled is slightly pinker with a bit of shimmer, and then Roman Holiday slightly less pink with no shimmer. And I don't know, when I'm buying a palette like this and paying that much money, I would kind of like a bit of diversity so I have more choices. But I do genuinely like the colors, so something to consider if you're picking this palette up. Now to apply these, I got a new blush brush. I have been looking everywhere for a new blush brush because I have been somewhat disappointed with the ones that I've tried. This brand is called So Eco. I've never heard of them before. They remind me a lot of Eco Tools. This is the box it came in. It's nice and recyclable. It's their blush brush. They claim that it's made from sustainable and recycled materials. I am cruelty-free, super soft, hand-cut, trimmed, suitable for liquids and powders. I just think it's really good for powder blush. This is the first time I've used it, but it made the blush apply a lot more evenly, and it's a slightly bigger brush, and it's slightly less dense than maybe some of the brushes that you're used to. And it's a bit bigger, so it covers the whole apple of your cheek and kind of gets the color dispersed evenly all over, but at the same time it's not too big like I felt the Real Techniques blush brush was for my cheeks. For the eyes, I got one of Maybelline's color tattoos in the color On and On Bronze, which I believe is Bad to the Bronze in English. It's been out for years and you're still hearing people talk about it, which is generally a good sign. When things only get hyped up right after they come out and then you don't hear anything, it kind of makes you wonder. I did buy this in 2 colors when it first came out, and I think I must have gotten a bad batch because they were gritty and just not, you couldn't apply them to your eyes, they were too dry. This one is much, much better. It's a gel to cream shadow and definitely has a bit of a jelly texture at first, which I was very excited about. I was worried that this would be nasty and harsh and dry like the last ones I tried. This one's great and it's pretty. For lips, I picked up Maybelline's Color Drama pencil, Intense Velvet Lip Pencil, in the color In With Coral, number 420. It's a gorgeous coral color, very, very bright, but you could apply this more lightly than I did. I just wanted to test it and go full grain and see how it turned out. I don't know if these are like the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencils because I haven't tried any of those. Everyone says they're a great dupe though, and it's a 1/4 of the price. Very, very fun. I'm so excited to wear this spring. Now what I didn't show you that came with the NARS palette was this itty bitty very cute lip gloss. And it's pink and there's a light shimmer running through it, but not like big glitter particles because I hate that. This color is Istria. I'm butchering the pronunciation, I'm sure. But it's a very lovely, goes with everything pink. I've put it on top of this In With Coral, the Maybelline Color Drama lip pencil today, just because the coral was a bit too bright for me like that. I really wanted to tone it down, and I love it. This will be perfect, perfect, perfect with the blush colors that came with the palette as well. Last but not least, something I'm not wearing today. I have been looking for a Z palette or like the magnetic palettes everywhere in France, but they are so blinking expensive. I think on Amazon you can get them with free shipping for 26 euros for one of like the small square ones, and I don't need a super high quality one or a super like expensive one. I just need somewhere to stock all of my extra little eyeshadows and things so that they can all be in one place and are a lot easier to find. And I found these beauties at Nocibe. Can you see how big that is? That's it compared to my head. Very cheap. I think the large one ran around 3 euros, and then the small one, which is about that size compared to my head. This would be perfect for travel. It was €1.90. So I got one of each. I might have to go back and get more, and I'm very, very excited about the price because nobody wants to overpay for those palettes. It's not worth it. You're not even getting any makeup in there. It's just a place to hold your makeup. Sometimes I don't even pay 26 euros for handbags. That's how I feel about that. I hope you ladies are having a really, really awesome day. I hope it's sunshiny wherever you live, or at the very least you're enjoying snow. And I will chat with you all later. Ooh, please don't forget to subscribe. Yes, that's important. Ciao.